The age of the influencer is over. The time of the buck has come.
He's gotta be on something.
Steroids. How come you always think my guys are the ones that use it?
All right. Take 3. This one's going to be good. You know, the first one was a Bob Ross impersonation, and I accidentally deleted it. It was actually really sweet, and that was terrible. And the second one there, it was a dud, okay? And so I managed to put in, 20 seconds of filler, just by talking about my other bad takes. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. Arms looking huge. Custom vent for air armpit coolness. And it's gotten so hot that I gotta wear my Terry Fox shorty shorts. And I don't know, if you're not from Canada, you don't know who Terry Fox is. Terry Fox was a guy in the early 80s. He had his leg amputated because he had cancer. And then to raise money for cancer research, he ran, or he jogged. Well, he only had one leg, and so he had a prosthetic, and then he has one leg, and so he jogged across Canada. I don't know if he made it the whole way. He eventually, yes, I don't know, his cancer returned, and I think he died from that. But anyways, everybody in Canada knows who Terry Fox is. Well, at least around here. And in like 1981, the guys' short shorts were the same length as the girls' short shorts. Yeah, and basically, if it's a hot day, there might be something hanging out at the bottom of those shorts, and so I think that maybe you'll see some old, if you have the misfortune, maybe you see some old guy wearing his old Terry Fox shorts. Yeah. So anyways, I forgot, look at that sweat. And I don't know if you saw that shirt before I started the set. This is my only work set, and I was already drenched in sweat before I started. And I forgot to make more room for it, so my phone ran out of space. And so that's all you get to see. But this is the meat and potatoes right here. Look at that back. I don't know if saying barn door back would do it justice. It's like Chad said, that's hang your door back. Maybe, I don't know. Might be full of crap, probably. This is a good angle where you can see how I'm not doing any knee extension. You just gotta hump the bar up and then kind of fall under it. There we go. That was, when I do some of these, it's like locked out for like a split second, and when I'm playing it back, later on when I'm having my little protein drink, I'm slowly, and then this sets out of focus perfect. Oh, that's okay. This gives it more of a cinematic look. Oh yeah, especially with the mothership hovering outside. We're actually filming in Roswell, New Mexico. That's why it's so hot. Anyways, I scroll through the clip to make sure my head's through and my elbows are fully extended, and they were. Because I find that lockout on that 5th rep, that's really tough. I only put my head through on the 5th rep. Anyways, I had to do some extra credit for that second set that I screwed up on because it didn't take a long enough break. And so my workout playlist is, I was listening to Relentless for the first set, And then I was listening to Centipede. And then I was listening to Bastard by Devin Townsend. And then for this one, I was listening to Truth, also by Devin Townsend. Yeah, here we go. That's actually... Yeah, well, every time I walk by, there's no point in straightening the pictures because every time I walk by, they get knocked askew. Have you ever seen Jurassic Park? I was the inspiration for that. At 1 year old. The guy, he said you should take down your Nostradamus poster.
Oh, yeah.
And you saw that? And then those Scream for Vengeance. Chad doesn't even like this album, neither do I, but Scott did anyways.
Cool album,
and then there's this. Yeah, Chad likes Judas Priest a little bit. So he's got a Silly Billy on his wall. But it's not oh yeah, he's also got this. Defenders of the Faith. You can't really see that. Maybe I'll turn the light on. There we go. What else you got? Oh, there's just Trump. Okay. The air conditioner's going. Hopefully it's not ruining my sound. I got it. There we go. Oh, looks like some conjure type around here.
You got those hella nips.
You saw that? Oh.
Yeah, I saw that. I was laughing my ass off.
Oh, man. You know, girls complain about sexual harassment on the internet. Okay? I don't know if she's ever supposedly it's a girl. Okay? Supposedly it's a girl. That's not very ladylike to say something like that, frankly. And, but you know, they complain about these things on the internet, and then what do you go do? Okay? I'm looking pretty fucking huge. Okay. Yeah. I can't do my thing in my room as I normally do. I suppose I could, but it's so fucking hot. Oh, this heat wave freaking blows. But I still got my workout in. I got the camera upside down. Shit. Anyways, I got some natural spring water. It comes in this 4-liter jug, just like the distilled water does, because they were out of distilled water. And then I saw it said 0 parts per million fluoride. And Chad, step more lightly. You're shaking. You're creaking everything. There we go. No. Oh yeah. I got my really long extended half-life farts still from the eggs. Anyways, yeah. So I bought the spring water because it didn't have any fluoride in it. But I'm so used to distilled water now. I'm still used to distilled water's shitty, Dasani finish. That to me, anything other than that is just dirty. Okay? Water's supposed to have that shitty finish. Okay? Yeah. Some guy, I told him I just drink distilled water. He's like, oh, I heard that's not good. Well, the people that say these sorts of things, they tell you a bunch of things, and people say you have to mineralize it. It'll like deplete the minerals in your body if it doesn't have the things in it. So let's see what's in this natural spring water. Okay. So there's a part in sodium, 2 parts per million. Okay. Calcium, 76 parts per million. Magnesium, 28. And there's chloride or chlorine, 5 parts per million, okay? I don't want any of that. So, yeah, that's what you got to do to it. Is it because your body senses that the water has those minerals in it, so it won't deplete it? Because let's say that you wanted to do some sort of replacer dosage in your water. Well, that right there, that's in natural spring water, that's nothing. Because if you look at 1.5 cups, okay, is 1 serving. 30 milligrams of calcium, okay? And calcium is 76 parts per million. And so sodium is 1/38 of that, okay? So 1/38 of 30 grams, okay? That's less than 30 milligrams. That's less than 1 milligram of sodium, okay? So, frankly, this isn't doctors or nutritionists' advice. This is just what I do. Frankly, I think people are full of shit. So I'm just going to drink my distilled water and I'm going to cook with it because that's another thing. Well, I mean, the main reason I got into it was just because the tap water here tastes so bad that it'll ruin your coffee. Yeah. Another guy said on the Discord that you can't even process if you're eating nuts and seeds. Well, I don't eat seeds. I used to eat sunflower seeds when I was a kid. Basically, I like the salt on them. That's basically what it is. I would eat the shells too. And I even used to like crunch up, get like the shelled peanuts, and there'd be like a salt on that, and I would just like, I'm pretty sure I would eat the shells there too, but I would just, just grind them up or just, suck the salt off of them. But I can't even process nuts and these sorts of things. Another thing for the garbage bin. I was adding that into my as a snack when I'm working. I'd get a bag of peanuts, but I think I just gotta stick to the whole milk, and that's the secret to the bulk, is the whole milk. Well, I mean, sure, I use a couple androgens, and I'm on the MK 677. I wonder my eyes are looking like that. Anyways, I got some pasta. Nothing really fancy, nothing new. Okay, and Larry Wheels. I suppose I gotta come up with some filler. Larry Wheels made his video, and he said he relapsed. He went back on a steroid cycle to do a bodybuilding show. He did a bodybuilding show to compensate for, to bring back some sort of eyes back onto his brand. That's what everyone nowadays is talking about, their brand. I gotta start a brand. My brand. It's gonna be, I don't know what the hell it'll be. I'm here to do a quick segue. I was thinking a brand, what I could sell. People sell spreadsheets. Okay, they sell spreadsheets that give you for like weightlifting programs or diet programs, and I think that normies, or maybe it's like a midwit thing, but I think midwits are, if they're like 115 to 120 IQ, I don't see how they would fall for this. But there's people that'll. I don't think that if you're giving out free information, or if you're giving a free program, like you can get the Starting Strength program, okay, you just go like startingstrength.com, novice linear progression, okay, or if you've watched my videos, I tell you what to do, okay, deadlift twice a week if you're a novice, squat 3 days a week, bench press 2 days a week, bench press or overhead press 2 days a week, and then do chin-ups. And maybe it's because I don't say numbers. Well, it's basic stuff, and that's another thing, is that people, I don't think that they think that it's it couldn't be that simple, so they'll go and buy some spreadsheet from Ed Cohn, or my friend got a program. It was he's pretty cheap, so it was probably a free one, but yeah, he had an Ed Cohn program, and he was doing, I think, and it was speed deadlifts. What a freaking joke. Speed deadlifts. How could that do anything except waste your time? If you're doing a heavy weight, it's not going to be fast. So if let's say your max is 600, you're doing speed reps with like 405 or 385, completely wasting your time. That's what this guy was doing. His max was 515. This guy used to go to the gym. His max was 515, and he was doing 315 for speed triples. Okay? What is that going to do? This isn't Olympic weightlifting. So, that my great uncle's grandfather clock there. It used to be. You eventually get used to those. I think those are called Westminster chimes. You eventually get used to that, and then it just becomes. But when at first you're like, what the hell is it? It's like, that's so annoying, because it chimes every 15 minutes, and then on the hour it plays its melody, and then if it tells you what hour it is it's like, it'll bang. Let's say it's 7, it'll bang out seven chimes. Okay, 7 like half notes or something. So, anyways, I'm sure English people know all about that. Yeah, I think that's definitely, people think that it's a weightlifting. Like, no, it can't be that simple. It's like, what you just add more weight on the bar your next workout. Yeah, it's that simple. But and they got to do their own like dumb program, or they go buy a program. They go buy this guy's program, which will be like a slight derivative of starting strength. It'll be derived from starting strength, and then they'll sell money on it. And of course, Ripito gets no money for it. I mean, he's not the guy who invented these sorts of things. You know, he kind of built on what I think Bill Starr, I think that was the guy's name, what he had taught him, and yeah. So I never bought any programs. I remember for a while there's this guy, the same guy doing 315 for speed reps. He wanted to get this spreadsheet. It was from Ben Pollock. Okay, that's his last name, Pollock. Okay, Pollack, Pollock. Okay, and he's this really jacked guy, and it was like, I can't remember what the hell. But I still get spam emails from this guy. I thought I unsubscribed. They're still spamming me 5 years later. And it's like he wanted to get a spreadsheet, and it would be like some sort of online thing. And then we put our training. This was his idea. We put our training in there. We put in our reps and our sets and our weights, and then everyone could see what everyone was doing. Isn't that freaking sweet? I don't really care. Frankly, I don't really care what other people are doing. Okay? If you do something that I think is impressive, or okay, if you're making progress, then that's good. But frankly, I have bigger fish to fry. Okay, it's like, oh yeah, and yeah, it's good to hit PRs. But if you're doing like, you're like, oh, I just did. When you do like 315 for, once you're getting into the 300s, okay, then that's good. That's good. When you do 405, when you start doing 405 for sets of 5 squats, and that's good. Okay. But I mean, I'm not going to be like, with like a little kid, they make like a painting, or they make a painting and it's just scribbles, and they're like, oh, it's a fire truck. Like my niece, she's like, it's a fire truck. It's just scribbles. You're like, yeah. And then the parents put it on the fridge. Some people are like that. They squat. It's like a grown male who squats 275. And some guy said that's a respectable squat. I mean, that's respectable for a girl, but if you're a full-grown male, that means you're a novice, okay? And so hopefully your goal is to get a lot stronger than that. But yeah, I'm not gonna be like your mom when you're 1 year old that puts your scribble drawing onto the fridge, okay? Yeah, I'm that guy. That's anyways, I can't even remember what the hell the other thing. Oh yeah, but Larry Wheels. So Larry Wheels was talking about how he relapsed and he was going to do the bodybuilding show, and he said that he's canceled the bodybuilding show thing, which is good, because he's like, what a goofy freaking sport. I mean, what a freaking goofy thing. I mean, sure, I'm going shirtless now. But I'm just gonna say that's because it's the summertime and it's hot, and I do have to like pimp myself out to get more views. Whatever. I mean, I'm not making any. Well, yeah. Anyways, but you're not gonna catch me. Wait. No. Well, no. I think my acne scarring is too bad. I don't know. I'll have to get like I don't know. My mom says microdermabrasion. I don't know what that is. But some of these processes that they have to break up scar tissue from acne is pretty intense. I saw this one dermatologist. He would do it manually. He'd stick a needle into the person's skin, okay, in like different angles, and then like break it up, like a big needle, freeze their whole face, stick it in, different angle, ow. They fade over time, but I and another thing is that my, well, who even cares? Who even cares? But anyways, yeah, you're not going to catch me in a Speedo flexing for men, okay? Maybe for a thumbnail, though. And then another thing he said that he wants to be more focused on is, he's got his marriage, he's got his business, and his a future, and so he doesn't really want to be the sort of like, he said Larry Wheels, which is the past him like hitting PRs and whatever, and just lifting heavy weights and stuff. Those sort of days are over, which I can understand that, because he says that the life of a professional athlete is reclusive, and it pretty much is, because especially when you when I'm doing this mini cycle now, and because another thing is that you're more bogged down by like calories. The training's harder, and you're also focused on, you're thinking about your next workout. I remember when I got up this morning, 6 a.m. I got up and I was like in the zone. Okay, I was in the zone. I take these things. I take my pills, take my taurine, take my creatine monohydrate. I come upstairs, make my coffee, and I remember when I got up in the night to take a leak. I remember I'm like, okay, I got to charge my iPod. I do this, and then another thing is that Chad's on nights, and so it's second floor, and it's like the days are over 30 degrees Celsius. Second floor is cooking, so another thing I just got to remember, hit the turn on Chad's air conditioner, okay, and then what the hell else? I gotta get this, I gotta get that. Make sure I don't shit my pants, so I make sure that I have my diaper equipped, and now my body's getting more used to the raw eggs, but the gas though, the gas is deadly. For everyone else, I'm immune to it. Okay. It's like Singed, or if you're playing Warcraft 3, they have the abominations have disease cloud. Well, the disease cloud doesn't hurt the abominations. Okay. It just hurts everything else. So just so you basically, you can just call me an abomination. Okay. Or I don't know what other sort of unit I'd be more. Yeah, I'm more like a peon, actually. And anyways, yeah. So you just have like, you're training on your mind so much, and then it kind of takes away from everything else. And I don't know how much extra money Larry Wheels would get out of training, and it just takes years off your life, and it takes away everything else in your life, because he is his wife, and eventually they probably want to have kids too. And so how's his fertility going to be if he's doing let's say he's using Trenbolone, okay? And then let's say like he wants to still maintain his fertility, then he's got to take HCG and HMGs. He's got to do like the protocol. You have to do so much stuff if you want to do this sort of, if you want to be like a high level athlete and try to do the other stuff very well, which you can't. You can only spin so many plates, okay? All right. So it's like these like, there's these guys that do these guys in the red pill thing. They talk about how they have like they're seeing like 4 different girls. I know there's one guy said that he like, if you have this, they talk about rotation, okay? They talk about rotate. The guy, it's like a part-time, it's like a full, he says it's like a full-time job. You're seeing like multiple women. Who the hell has time for that? And what do? You go every night? Now you know how expensive that is? One of my customers was telling me that he went on, like, he was on the dating apps, and he was going on 5 dates a week. And he was just going for like coffee and maybe dinner once in a while. But I mean, that adds up, okay? Because gas money, and then basically time is actually probably the most precious thing. And I mean, these guys that are doing these sort of like pickup guys or whatever, these guys that are wearing like their pink suits, and they're wearing their cologne, and expensive clothing, expensive cologne, expensive sunglasses. They probably have a watch in 2024, a freaking watch. Okay. And so yeah, I mean, the women they're hanging out with probably aren't all that interesting. And so, no offense to the ladies, but I mean, if I don't even I don't have very many friends, and I'm kind of a picky guy, or maybe I'm just a douchebag and maybe people don't like me, but I don't want to hang out with stupid ass people. Holy shit. If you watch the Whatever podcast, okay, are you telling me you want to date one of these women? Okay, You want to spend, you're going to spend like hours and hours with these women. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay. Yeah. So, anyways. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. I got over 18 minutes of filler. That's not too bad. And so the press went pretty good today. I would have had 3 sets of 5, but I didn't take a long enough break between the first and second set. And I'm going to the Mandarin, which is a Chinese buffet. And tomorrow my customers are taking me there. Okay? I must not be that much of a douchebag because my customers are taking me out for dinner. Okay? Or lunch, actually, because they're really old. And so lunch is the thing that old people do. Which I don't mind because I don't, I go to bed at 10 o'clock. Okay? I'm a square. So, or I'm a boring old fart, apparently. So, yeah, what I'm going to do tomorrow is I've been taking MK677 every other day. And just 15 milligrams. I initially took 30 milligrams, but that was a little too much, and I gained too much. I had a little too much water, too much appetite. But tomorrow I'm going to take 30 milligrams, and we'll see what happens. Because I want to fill up a lot for my heavy press set that I'm going to do on Sunday morning. So we'll see how that goes. I think it'll go pretty good. I mean, in every other physical endeavor in life, I'll be terrible. But for doing like one heavy set, that's sort of mega fullness, the bloat maxing, that'll be really good for that. Some like normies, they definitely don't understand, and I can understand it. I can understand where they're coming from. I told some lady, this old lady that I know, and I told her I was so bloated, it's like I could barely breathe. But I was pretty strong. She's like, "Oh, you're pretty strong, but you could barely breathe. That's strong." I'm like, "Yep."